Hi, my lovely bubbles, or should I say my bubblies? um, Today's story time I thought about because of, actually, I got an idea for this story time because of a TikTok that I saw where someone said, "Tell me about the time uh, a girl contacted you about another guy or a guy you liked or a boy, I don't know, but it was something like that." So I thought about this really weird story. So in my life, there aren't a lot of weird stuff that happened or are happening. I have a very normal life. Not a lot of things happen. That's all I have to say. But and it's not that when something happens it's really bizarre or something, it's just something funny. So this is one of those occasions. For starters, it wasn't even that long ago because it was when I was in university and I didn't graduate from university that long ago. I graduated in 2019. So you should think about, oh, okay, so it wasn't that long ago. But this happened not in 2019. This happened 2015, 16, 17, somewhere there. So um, I started university. I was with my two best friends, and at the university, there was a group of guys that would always make little comments or wait or stand or watch when we would walk by. So I mean me and my two best friends. So my two best friends, they would always see and notice that these guys would stop and do their little things. But I never notice. I'm always like that. I never notice these things. I just think you have your life. You want to stand, you stand there. But um, so my friend always told me, okay, look, these guys, they always stand there and they look and they one of them is really cute and this and that, and I would look at them and okay, okay. But the next time when my friends would be like, look, look, there they are, I would always be like, are these the same people? They would be like, yes, they are the same people, how don't you know that? But okay. So because at that time I had a crush on someone else, so they weren't that interesting to me. So I just went on, did my schoolwork, and that kind of stuff. So I say a lot of so. So just bear with me. English is not my first language, and I just say really weird stuff sometimes. One day one day I did notice that one of the guys was really like always stopping and saying, "Hey, wait, wait, this and this and this," and before I go on with my story, I really hope they never see this story time, cause and even if they do, it's their own fault. Okay, so on with the story. So I noticed that he was doing like those stuff, typical boy stuff. No, not typical, but okay. Um, so one day, I was I already I had also given up on the other crush that I had. So that one, and now I was like, no, no more guys, just bachelor degree and nothing else. Oh my god, I'm hungry. But I, one day I was going to my classroom, and his classroom was beside mine. So we were going to be sitting. Our classes were beside each other. So we had to walk past them to go to our classroom. So when we passed them, I heard him say like, oh no, one of his friends was like, let's go into the room or into the classroom. But the one that okay, yes, I'm going to give him a name because I have to talk about him. He is going to be called Daniel. I don't know why he's called Daniel, but I'm going to call him Daniel, even though he's far from a Daniel. Okay. So, but Daniel, yes, Daniel was like, no, wait, because, she's coming and I want to be, I want to see her. So I was like, what? When I walked past him, he said that, and the friend who said, like, let's go inside, he looked behind him and he was like, oh, okay. Okay, we went to our classroom and I was like, did you guys hear that? And they were like, no, what? So I told them and they were like, ooh, he likes you and this and that. And I was like, I don't like him. I don't want one little bit to know, about him. But as time went on and he kept, you know, doing his little things and giving little hints here and there, and we had to establish that he was, liking me and not my friends. Because if he was liking my friends, I would not be looking at him. But my friends liked other friends of his. So as time went on, there were little hints here and there. He would always stop. He would always watch. Because I don't know why, but at that semester we had a lot of classes that were beside each other. So we were always in the same space. And I was like, okay, I didn't like it in the beginning, but as time went on, I began liking him. So um, I began liking him, and my friends are like, that's good, right? And we were hoping that maybe one day, because he started with his little things and saying, like, I like her, and she is coming, So we thought maybe one day he is gonna tell me, because I am that kind of person. I don't like to go to the guy first, because I've liked a lot of guys, but I've also lost a lot of guys because I am scared. I am that kind of person. So waiting. I thought, you know what? Let me give him a little hint. So I sent a friend request on Facebook for him. We didn't have a lot of, or did we? I don't know. I don't know if we had a lot of friends or mutual friends, but all I knew, I sent him a friend request. He did not accept. Then something weird happened because they were laughing and stuff. So we were like, you know what? Leave it. If they are going to laugh and they know, then you're not that interested. So after a while, I found him on Twitter and I followed him. He didn't do anything until I don't know what happened. Again, I really don't know what happened. The most of the things he did, I don't know what happened. But you're like, okay, I'm not gonna look at him anymore. But after a few months, weeks, you're like, okay, it's okay. Then you start looking at him again. But so I followed him on Twitter, and he didn't do anything. It was okay. We just look, eyeing and looking and and walking past. Nothing special ever happened. So one day I was in class. Usually I was free at that time because the teacher wouldn't come, or the teacher would say just read this and this and you can go home and do your stuff. So usually we went outside and did our stuff. Girly, not girly, we're just best friend stuff. And then because they were also free, we would be looking at each other and stuff. Why do I keep looking that way? I have to look at the camera. I'm sorry if I'm looking that way. Because when I'm telling a story, I like to look everywhere, but I have to learn to look at the camera. Okay. So he would also be free and I would also be free. So we would be doing the same thing and looking at each other. But This day I was free. I wasn't free. I had class. So the teacher, she came and she was teaching. But we were like, oh no, today was going to be a special day. I don't know how we knew, but we knew that the guy wanted to say something. I don't know how we knew that. I forgot that part. So he came to where my classroom is, and we saw him, and we were like, "Oh, see, he's searching for us." So when we were done early with the class, so when we were done, we got outside. We went outside and went to where my car was. So where my car was, his car would be somewhere there. So we thought, okay, he was in his car. So we thought he's in his car. If he really wants to say something, he will know that we are free. He can come to us anytime. So nothing happened. We went home and I saw that he had blocked me on Twitter. So I was like, okay, if you don't want me seeing your stuff, good. And I was like, okay, then I'm done. I'm really done. So time goes on. I was done. He was still doing his little boy stuff and looking at me and hee and I don't know what they were doing. But I wasn't like into it. But little girl feelings and stuff. I say that a lot, little things and stuff. So I got back into that and want attention. Attention is always nice. So mm, yeah, I got into that again and started liking again, and I don't think I liked him. I think I liked the attention more, so that's why I liked his attention. I liked him because of the attention he was giving me. Okay. So uh, on Twitter I also followed some of Superwoman Lily Singh's fan accounts because I am a fan of Lily Singh. And one of them was Unicorn Island, but it was locked, so you had to get permission to follow it. But that was a long time ago. So one day I got a message from that account saying, "Hi, uh, are you from Suriname?" So I was like, "Yeah, I'm from Suriname. Where are you from?" No, so it was in Dutch. So I knew it was or from the Netherlands or from Suriname. So she said, "I'm from Suriname. I go to this and this school." And I said, "Okay, okay." She said, "Why did you follow me?" I said, she asked, "Why did you follow me?" Maybe I will put some screenshots here because then it's easier. I said, "Why?" She said, "Why are you following me?" I think, okay, if that's not what is written, I'm sorry. I don't remember the beginning. I only know she contacted me and I said, I am a fan of Lily, of Superwoman, so that's why I followed this account. I didn't know you were from Suriname. So I don't know anymore what happened after that. I know that I asked her name. She said Christiana Barbosa. She asked which school I was going to. I asked which she was going to, but she then said, "I have friends at the school you are going to." Okay, so I said that's nice because then we can be friends because not a lot of my friends didn't watch Superwoman, at least at that time they didn't. Um, so she said, "Do you have a boyfriend?" I said, "No." I asked, "Do you have a boyfriend?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Nice." She said, "Yes, he's nice." She said, "Yes, he's nice." Okay. Um, the conversation went on and I was having. She said, "Yeah." So I said, "Which friends do you have on the university?" And she described this Daniel's group. and where they would stand and stuff. So I was like, at first I was like, maybe it's a coincidence, and maybe there is a girl, and I have never. I know there were girls in his group, but I thought maybe I haven't seen those girls or that girl. So I just brushed it off. So, but the next day we had a free day of we were free from school, and we would make some papers, write some papers and stuff. So I went to my friend's home the next day. I told them about this strange message, or this strange person I messaged, or she messaged me, I messaged back. And they said, "Are you sure it's not just one of those people?" I was like, "No, maybe it's a coincidence." So they said, "Okay, I hope it's a coincidence." um, so they would message me again the next day. So they messaged me again. They said, "Can I?" So they were talking, "How was your morning?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Okay, can I ask you a question?" No, the girl asked me again, uh, "Can I ask you a question?" I said, "Sure, you can always ask me a question." She said, no, she said, "Can you leave my boyfriend alone?" I was like, "Your boyfriend? I don't even have a boyfriend." So I was like, "Who is your boyfriend?" She said, "I'm not gonna tell you, cause uh, I'm just saying, you know, leave my boyfriend." I said, "If you don't tell me who your boyfriend is, how am I gonna know who I'm supposed to leave alone?" So she was like, "You know who I'm talking about? Cause uh, when he blocked you, you followed me." I said, "No, I didn't follow. I don't know you." I said, "I didn't follow you because he blocked me, and I don't even know who he is." I said, "I followed you because you have a username related to Superwoman, because we talked about Superwoman last night." I mean, so she was like, "No, you're lying. That is not what happened." I said, "Do you remember what you wrote for me yesterday?" So my friends are also in there, so they were also. So I was like, "Do you remember what I wrote yesterday, or what we talked about yesterday?" She was like, "Yeah, but that was just some to see who you are." I said, "Okay, but do you remember that I followed you because your username was Unicorn Island, that's related to Superwoman?" She was like, "That's not true. You have to leave my boyfriend alone, and leave me alone too." It's like, "You know what? What's your real name?" She said, "I already told you. It's Christiana Barbosa." I don't even know what kind of name that is. So we searched Christiana Barbosa. Christiana Barbosa was a really, really old person. Oh, actually, we could only find that. So when we went on Facebook, there was no Christiana Barbosa. And then the username changed to Pablo something. Pablo. I know that Superwoman had a videographer. His name was Pablo. Pablo says or something. I don't really know what the username said, but I know something with Pablo. I was like, "See, now you changed your username to Pablo. It's also related to Superwoman." So I went into her following or followers. I think it was following, and I saw Daniel's account. I saw Daniel's name. So I'm like, okay, so this really confirms it, because we were already thinking that it was one of them, but now we know that it was just Daniel. It was just Daniel. Daniel was pretending to be Christiana Barbosa and contacting me as if he was the girl. So now that we knew this, we were going hard on. We said, "We know you're not Christiana Barbosa." So we also did we put one and one together. He liked Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's where he made Cristiana Barbosa. I don't know where he got Barbosa. Maybe it's also a footballer. I'm not. Please don't come at me. I don't know football. So we were like, okay, and he is following himself Daniel. So it was just Daniel being a girl called Christiana Barbosa and messaging me to leave him alone. I was like, I will leave you alone. I mean, I already left you alone. You were not leaving me alone. So we said, you know what? We know who you are. You are being stupid, and uh, we know you're not a girl and all that stuff. And he said, Amber, Amber, Amber. He didn't say it. He didn't say it. He wrote it, but we read it like that. So, Amber, Amber, Amber. I already told you I am Christiana Barbosa, and I'm just asking you to leave my boyfriend alone. I so he sent that, and I blocked him. And then he changed his name to Meg, and his picture was a girl. I was like, you know what? this is this is not someone I want to be with. I don't even want to look at him because he's really like being a little boy. He could just come up to me and say, I don't like you. But then I would have been, why are you looking at me? Okay, everyone is allowed to look at another person, but if you don't have the intention to, have something or be friends with that person and you're gonna act like I did something to you, don't look at me. I don't need it. So yeah, that was my little story time. I hope it wasn't all over the place and that I wasn't looking anywhere else too much. But I hope you liked this story time. And did you did you already think that the did you already think that Christiana Barbosa was Daniel? Or were you like at the end when I said Christiana Barbosa is Daniel? Were you like, oh my god? I hope I really did their story justice and told you the story in a way so that you could understand. But so that was it for this video. If you like this and you want to see other videos of mine, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below your weirdest girlfriend or girl contacting you about a boy experience, and I will see you next time. Bye.